Place Matters is an innovative way of looking at community investment. Traditionally, we have come into communities and said, this is what we believe to be your problem, and this is how we plan on solving it. With Place Matters, it's very different. Our investment is led by a group called our Place Matters Resident Impact Council, or CIVIC.
The Resident Impact Council is actually made up of residents that live in the neighborhoods that are a part of Place Matters footprint.
And what our job is to make sure that those projects are viable for our communities.
I live in one of those neighborhoods. I live in Monticello Park. It was important to focus on what the community needs were, not necessarily what the United Way wanted us to have, but what is it that community residents think are important for their community.
Although these 13 neighborhoods make up the Place Matters footprint, those neighborhoods, they all have unique identities and they all have unique needs that they identify. Bowen Park is one of our fragile communities. Through our partnership and investment with Habitat and with Winston-Salem State, we've built 12 homes in a place where there have not been any new builds in the last 50 years.
Imprints Cares, in a nutshell, has been designed to impact children and families from birth through their elementary school experience. This summer programming is more impactful because now that we've gone through COVID, we see reading deficits, a lot of social and emotional deficits, and we're trying to rebuild all that.
What it personally means to me to have a program like Imprints is everything, because I grew up poverty-stricken. We grew up hungry, we grew up sad, and we grew up lonely. And with a program like this, my kids come here happy. They come here and eat 2-3 times a day, and they're surrounded by so many people outside of their own family that show them just the same love. It's awesome.
The biggest thing is, if the child is happy, the child is learning. Therefore, the child becomes more successful. So when the child becomes more successful, that's allowing for a greater ability for upward mobility as they get older to do something better than what their family did. And then they're going to pass that on to their child to do something even better than what they did. And so we thank United Way for allowing us the opportunity to continue this kind of work.
My name is Roberto Morales Jr., but I go by Bobby Morales. Sometime in 2017, me and my ex, we have 3 beautiful babies together. She was in charge, or head of household, so to say, and the money wasn't going and being used for what it should have been used, and we ended up being on the streets. What was going through my mind was just complete hopeless. I mean, feeling hopeless. While at the shelter, my case manager, Miss Caesar, did help a lot with pointing me in the directions with Salvation Army, Rapid Rehousing, Housing Authority, City of Dwelling, Social Security. I also got connected with Financial Pathways, and they would call and ask and kind of be like a mother, or second mother. Yeah, you know, you don't need to be spending on this, you don't need to be spending on that, or you like keeping up with your money. Gotta think smart. I mean, do you want to be in a shelter, or do you want to have your own place? And that was really like the kicker with being on the phone with them. Just, I need to get us in a place. I mean, you can't be in a shelter all the time. I'm thankful that there's actually people out here that still give you that tough love. They're not gonna do it for you. Whenever it comes down to it, you gotta get your stuff right. My goal is honestly to make a better future for my kids. That is my major thought process now, is that, okay, I've got this apartment, now I gotta step it up and take care of them.